the NFL on EA Sports. And we've got Roger McCreary, who's stating his place among the league's best with 6 picks this season. It's the Texans and the Titans on Sunday night.
We welcome all of you to Nissan Stadium on the banks of the Cumberland River in downtown Nashville, Tennessee. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. So here are the Titans now for their first drive. And they'll be led out by their quarterback now in his 3rd season in the league.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it, in the middle of the schedule. That pass taken in by Burks. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. You look at the defense for these Texans, and they've shown the ability to play tough against the pass, currently ranked number 9 in the NFL.
This secondary has really developed into one of the strengths of this team. They diagnose.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. Not only a fumble loss there, but a fumble lost on your first drive in your own territory.
Now you're dealing with a lot of stuff here because you feel bad going off the field because you gave up the football. How does your own defense feel now having to go out there and stop them when the momentum...
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It's Jeffrey Simmons that time who got in to record the sack. Stroud to throw it. That one complete. It's tanked down. They find some open field here. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The Texans at 6-2 to start play. And they come in after a loss last time out, but they've still been in good form. They've won 6 of their last 8.
And it always hurts when you lose a tight game, as they did a week ago. I think each player starts thinking to himself, if I could have played better one play here, one play there, maybe it could have changed this team's fortunes. But it absolutely illustrates how important it is to play a complete game if you want to win in the NFL. Boy, a lot of moving parts on this play, but what a nice design to leak the running back out to the left and send him down the field. And a good job spotting him and hitting him for a big play.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A great play there, with now 15 rushing touchdowns on the year. And the Texans take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans coming back onto the field for their 2nd drive. And they were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film. Just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go.
So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now we've got a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Back to throw, Willis. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked up by Christian Harris. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have him set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line. And suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Texans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now 14-0. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Titan offense now working their way back onto the field. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Powering his way forward. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give him the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
The 43-yard line.
Willis looking to throw it. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now Willis. He's got his target. That's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a 1st down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed 1st down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
On 1st and 10, it's Spears. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And Will Anderson gets to him for the tackle. You look at the defense for these Texans. And they've shown the ability to play tough against the pass, currently ranked number 9 in the NFL.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
Ready for the 2nd quarter from Tennessee, and it's the homestanding Titans in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. To throw, here's Willis. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Jalen Petrie picks it off, and the Texans are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
He's got a man complete. A huge play there for Houston. And even 40 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Forced out to his left. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
19 tight, 19 tight. 65 check, 65 check.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. And he's got his big tight end here. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. It's the first time that they've looked his way tonight, and he comes up with a 1st down on the play. They'll try to run this one in. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this first half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
Ring. 7 Pirates.
Stroud looking to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
This Titan defense, they just will not give in easily. Looking for another stop, 3rd and goal. They push forward, but I don't think it's enough. He's going to be about a yard short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. Now Stroud. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They throw for it on 4th and goal at the 1. And the Titans defense will celebrate the goal line stand. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety.
The goal here is about getting any kind of positive yardage in this spot because you don't care who, you don't care how. You just want to try and buy a little space and get away from your own end zone. But in this spot, the defense was all over that play and equally motivated to stick them with a safety.
So here are the Texans to take over. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. And they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Stroud. Looking right sideline. That's complete. And he will finally be escorted out of bounds down inside the 35.
Okay, break. 79 Broncos.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Panther 11.
Stroud. Flushed out right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. 2nd and 10.
18 Cardinals. Trap 50. Buffalo 18. 60 Maverick. Street. Mustang 19.
Stroud out of the gun here. Taking a shot for Dell here. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Tank Dell, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Texans are able to add on to their first half lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And that pushes the lead up to 23. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Titans now just about ready to take over. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Here we go.
That's good for a Tennessee Titan.
Ready.
1st and 10, Willis. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. 2nd down, here's Willis. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Well, we may not see it behind the big play sheet that they like to use, but I'll bet there's a big grin on the defensive coordinator's face. A corner blitz, what we often call a cat blitz. Usually they disguise it, Brandon. You're up on a receiver. It looks like you're going to bump and run with him, press coverage, and then he just takes off straight for the quarterback, and someone comes behind him to pick up the receiver.
And as a former member of the secondary, it makes you happy too, doesn't it?
I can't lie about it. I've got a big grin on my face, too. That was a heck of a play, a heck of a call.
That's going to be caught. Touchdown. A great play there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Texans will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half.
Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Titans going to go back on offense here late in this first half. Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. And they're going to speed things up here. Willis to throw on second. He gets this one to Burks. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Willis will look to pass again here. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now the Titans will use their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Tough spot for Willis and the Titans, now facing 3rd and long following the sack. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. Last play of the half. Here's Willis. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Last play of the half, Willis. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll start up at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, where it was the Patriots.
Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Texans going to take over here to start quarter number 3. And the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them, because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's 2nd down.
These two teams, they met in Houston earlier in the season with the Texans coming out on top. So a win here in Nashville would give them the season series.
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Ready?
The 2nd down throw now from Stroud.
He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 36 yards on the play. So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10.
Here's Stroud.
And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17.
Chauncey Golston breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7.
Roll, roll, roll.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
79 Broncos. 19 Lions. Go.
And Stroud now to throw.
And it's caught. Touchdown, Texans. An 18-yard touchdown grab.
And the Texans take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Titans offense gears up for their first possession of the 2nd half.
First and 10 now. Willis and the Titans
at their 25-yard line. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down.
Out of the gun to give to Spears.
Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Meanwhile, Willis' throw is on target to Burks.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
And the Titans, 1st down.
Now Willis on 1st and 10.
Steps away to his left. Runs over it. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only 1st down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on 2nd down.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it's 3rd and 4 now.
Willis will look to throw it. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
He'll send this up into the Nashville skyline, and it's a good one. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
Okay, break. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Now they'll throw it with Stroud here, 1st and 10.
He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll be out right at the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the 1st.
And they'll go play action here with Stroud. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. Back now in Nashville. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Here we go, here we go.
Here's 2nd and 10.
70. Ready.
A shotgun snap to Stroud. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs out in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL. It's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
Stop below 18. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Ready.
Stroud on 3rd down now. Able to find the open man. That's complete. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Houston. Takedown with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Texans look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this fourth quarter. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. That penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward. Willis and the Titans come to the line now. 1st and 10, right at the 30. From the gun, he'll set up to throw. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Willis's throw here taken in by Gesicki. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Willis. That is caught and out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. That 3rd down conversion good for 23. Now this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point where we're at in the fourth quarter with how wide this advantage is. For this offense, they're just trying to... And nowhere to run for Willis. He goes down. Will Anderson, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues.
Partner, my vocabulary isn't that great, but to me, there's only one word that fits this front 7 today, and that's dominant. 4 and 5 sacks is already rare in one game. Getting to more than 6 in one contest while winning by this many points, an absolutely astounding effort by every player involved.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. Willis looking to throw it. That'll be complete to Okonkwo. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They'll try and run for it. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the 1st. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Willis.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
To throw, here's Willis. And his throw is incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. One incompletion, two incompletion. They're going for more.
Check.
Third down, it's Willis. And that will be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
The kick by Pinheiro is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard. But they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
2nd and 9 from the 44.
Hey, check that. Street.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
19 strike, 65 check, 65 check, 18, pioneer. Ready?
Now it looks like he'll throw here. This is caught. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie. Because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
Here we go.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
Go.
Now Willis to throw. And he's got his tight end. It's Mike Gesicki. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left.
At the 41-yard line.
Come on. Set.
One final try here for Willis. One last shot at the end zone. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out.
Stand up. Do the he say, she say, getting no delay, run it like relay, bro. You ain't got it like this. In my can't see